spent a lot of years in the military. I was a Green Beret and a lot of injuries over the years, and a couple medevacs too. And anyway, I pretty much destroyed my body. And I had a motorcycle accident in 2008 where I broke my back, and I was a paraplegic. They didn't know if it was going to be permanent. There wasn't a total severance, but we didn't know for sure. But I was a single dad, and I couldn't stop, so I had to overcome that. And I have my own things as far as like a mind over matter type of thing that I've done is, mind over matter in the military, because it's not easy to become a Green Beret. So I always believed that the mind was more powerful than anything, and it kind of drove me into a spiritual side, and I was working on my PTSD and trying to heal that. And I met my wife, and then we went on journeys for shamanism, and also I was learning neurofeedback, because to lower my high betas, right? So I did that, and I was convinced of that, so I wanted to learn that for my veterans, to help other veterans. And then once we finished all that, we came to Kansas, and we opened up a retreat center for veterans. Our idea was for veterans with PTSD, to try and help them out and help them get out of the high betas and get them off the drugs and the alcohol, and help them get their life back again. And we did that for a few years, and then my knees just finally gave out, and I had them replaced, and I was in pretty good shape, and I've recovered pretty well for a lot of stuff. And so I figured, well, we'll just do it a week apart. And when I woke up from the second surgery, both my feet were on fire, like literally like being in a fire. And you can't get away from it. And that's been my story all these last 2 years. Went to the doctors, all the specialists, and to find out what we could do, and we tried them all. Most failed, ones that, or I was allergic to medications, put into seizures, all these types of things. When we went through those, and I just like, hey, just cut my feet off, just get rid of them, I'll rock some fins, right, and get out of here. But they didn't want to do that because they couldn't guarantee me that the pain would go away. So I've just seen one doctor here after another over the last couple of years, just to tell me that there's nothing we can do. Here's some pills, and go on your way. And I kept praying for a teacher or something that was going to come to me and teach me how to heal myself. I knew there was something out there. I just couldn't figure it out. I just couldn't get around it. Couldn't figure it out. And then Janna won this wonderful gift. When we got here, I told Janna, I'm on empty. I didn't have anything left. Because, there's suicides come into, my thoughts over the last year, probably the last 6 months, 7 months, something like that. Just because I don't want to be in pain all the time. And I told her I was done and didn't have anything left. And we got here, and day 3, was it? Day 3, the morning of day 3, we were laying down after that, and I was just told that I needed to ask my body for forgiveness for what I did to it. And when I did, I heard I forgive you. And then I felt this divine light all over my body. And for the first time in 2 years, my pain started to lighten up a bit. But yeah, then it just kept happening, and just more and more. And then we went on the walk yesterday, and I didn't even know if I was going to be able to walk at all without both crutches, and on the, because of the beach and all that, and in a trance, and I was afraid of that. And so I was like, I'm going to leave one behind, and left it behind, and I was able to do it. After the night of the kaleidoscope, we saw that vision of those images. You could see the coherence in it, and Dr. Joe said, I wonder what this person's feeling, right? And I was like, wow, that's pretty big, I guess. And so anyway, when we got out there, when we were doing our meditation before the walk, that vision came into my head, and I saw that, and I had coherence. Everything was just, I could feel all this energy. And then the wind came, And the wind came and it turned me into a turbine. It turned me into, I was a Marvel character, you know, it was like flame on type thing. And it was just all this power. And then when Dr. Joe in the meditation said, hey, okay, open your eyes and it's time to walk, I looked out into my future and I'm like, well, I'm not taking this stick. You know, and I threw the crutch down and went to walking. And as I was walking, the energy was just like, no, this is too slow. You've got to run, guy. You got to run. And a spirit telling me, I gave you this. What are you going to do with it? You going to do something with it or what? And it's like, yeah, and the spirit tells you to run, you run. And I ran, and I haven't run really since, I used to be an avid runner, and I haven't run since 2008 after a motorcycle accident. And and it's my passion. And actually on my Mind movie, it was the very first picture that I had on there was to run again. I just wanted to run again. And I mean, I was moving. I after not even, you know, being able to hardly walk for 2 years, I don't know how, where this energy came from to move out. With the walking yesterday, the same type of a thing. Second time we stopped, I was facing out to the ocean, and Joe said, put your hands on your heart, you know, in the meditation, put your hands on your heart. And I did, and he says, well, open up. And I just kind of opened my arms like this, my hands up like this, and the wind came, and it was just like aimed at my chest, and I started doing like a flipping chicken, you know, with all this energy coming in, and it was just so amazing. I could feel all this, and I was just like, how is this even possible? Just so thankful to have that opportunity and to see that, and to see what's possible. And with that gratitude, just wanting to take this back to my people. My vets are everything. You know, 22 a day are killing themselves. If you can save one. I've lost a lot of my friends. So it's very personal to try and help them out with this. And I really think that, you know, because we won this through Hill. Thank you, Hill. I really think it was the divine bringing us here so I could get this and take back to my people and say, look, if I can do it, you know me, if I can do it, you can do it. You can find it, you know, and you can find the healing. It's there, it's divine, it's all around us. We just forgot about it. You know, the one thing I've been thinking of and saying all week is that, you know, you're only one meditation away from perfection. You know, it might be the next one, it might be your next meditation, and you can get everything you want, you know, everything you need. I got everything, more than I could ever hope and pray for, came true to me. And now I'm going to be more available to my wife, my family. I think the military should have this as part of their program when you get out of the service to help you, prepare you to get back into the community. I think everybody should be doing this. And the pharmaceutical companies would lose a lot of money on their depression medications and all these other things, because we don't need it. We don't need it. All we need is our connection to the Creator.